Hi, guess what? We're already more than 150 members, and to thank you for your support, I'm preparing a giveaway of this magnificent backlit Pokéwalker, which we modded in a previous video. This giveaway is only valid for people located in Mexico, since I haven't yet looked into international shipping options. As soon as we reach 500 subscribers, I'll do the giveaway. All you have to do to participate is subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment saying, I want that Pokéwalker. And that's it, you're in. I'll be using professional shipping services or even Correos de México. Now let's get into today's video. Do you want to play your Game Boy Advance on a TV? Connect it via HDMI and use your SNES, NES Mini, or Bluetooth wireless controllers? Today, I'll show you how to make it happen. Let's go. This is the GBA we are going to mod. We repaired it in a previous video. It had damaged audio. The kit for this mod is available on AliExpress for around $85. The kit includes the dock for connecting the GBA to your TV, a HDMI board with an IPS screen, the lens, and two flex cables for all connections. We'll use this case, styled like the classic DMH Game Boy, the brick one. Alright, let's open it up. You'll need a tri-wing screwdriver to remove the outer screws. And a Phillips screwdriver to remove the board screws. Disconnect the display from the board. We will save the original rubber membranes because I like how they feel. Now let's begin by soldering the flex cables. There are two, and also we have 3 red wires. Place the flex cables where they will go to identify the solder points. Apply flux to each point and pre-thin them with the solder. Leave a small solder ball to make final soldering easier. Repeat on the other side. Check the solder points. Apply flux. And pre-thin. The flex cable itself shows you exactly where to solder. Once all points are pre-tinned, stick the flex cable in place. It has adhesive. Apply flux and solder the final joints. The new solder adheres easily to the pre-tinned points. Clean and repeat on the other side. Now solder the red wires to each battery terminal. One per side. Apply flux. Pre-tin. Then solder. The final wire will go onto this fuse. The board already has its own fuse, but we will leave this for extra protection. Apply flux and solder. Done. Now let's prep the shell. And the display board. Peel off all protective layers from the lens. Tricky, because there are several. Once it's clear, place the lens and then the display. If it doesn't fit well, trim off the little bumps on the board using a cutter. Clean it up Try again. Perfect fit. Now connect the display to the board and pick the correct flex cable. Let's install the buttons and membranes. I'm using the original ones because I like the feel better. Don't forget the insulation film between the display and the HDMI board. Also, install the touch sensors for brightness and display mode. Place them somewhere easy to access. Time to reassemble. Connect the screen and screw the board back into the shell. Now we will solder the battery and the fuse wires to the HDMI board. And solder the negative side of the battery to the solder point marked as GND, ground. Remember to solder the wire connected to the positive side of the battery to the solder point marked as BAT. B-A-T. Now, the wire that we soldered to the fuse is going to be soldered to the solder point marked as F_0. Clean all the remaining flux. Now connect the flex cables we previously soldered to the Game Boy Advance board to the HDMI board. Once everything is connected, reassemble completely. Add the shoulder buttons, and use some tape to keep the wires away. Close the shell and screw it back together. Let's test it with this Pokémon Crystal cartridge. Now it has a backlit screen and the brightness mode sensors work flawlessly. But that's not what we came for, right? Let's go to the real test. Pokémon Crystal on a 75-inch screen. And here it is. With a wireless controller, we are enjoying this amazing game and the full Game Boy catalog on a big screen. So what do you think? Is this mod worth it? Or would you rather stick with the Game Boy Player for GameCube? Would you do this mod on your own Game Boy Advance? Let me know in the comments. Hope you liked this video. If so, please support by subscribing and giving it a like.